I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
Filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome everyone to Refuse to Lose Sports. I am one of the co-hosts.
Sniper!
Yo. Yo.
Sniper!
I know Halloween tomorrow, but
I thought Halloween was tomorrow too, but clearly Joe wanted to start it early. Oh man.
He said, welcome. Swiper.
Light the beam. MVP season.
Oh man.
MVP season. Go ahead, Dave. My bad. Go ahead. Do your thing.
What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. I am one of the co-hosts, Davey Dollars. I got my guy Joe and Tomo with me today. How y'all doing today, fellas?
I'm all right, man. Hey, that's a great way to start the show, bro. I'm good. Joe,
Hey.
how you doing, man?
Hey, listen, man. You know, Commanders, they let me down. It's all good. Well, man, Swiper, he let me up. You know what I mean? I was excited. Shout out to De'Aaron Fox playing through an injury. I know we're not going to talk about him today. Yeah, show my man his flowers. Swiper MVP season. Hold on. We got to get this on. Hold up. What is that? What we got? There it is. Hashtag Swiper MVP season. That's going to be the hashtag floating all season. But how you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good. I can't say the same for my team, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm excited about today. We got some really great topics. We got some special guests on the show today. You know, someone from one of our chats who this is his first time on, so make sure you guys give him a warm welcome when he comes on the show. We have a returning debater also coming on the show today. You want to make sure you tune into the very last segment because it's going to be very entertaining. We got to talk about some games that happened yesterday. You know, Commanders took another loss to the Eagles yesterday. We got some things brewing in Washington. We don't know what's going on. We do know that Cam Curl is not going anywhere. They're talking about giving him an extension, and deservingly so. 49ers lose 3 straight. 49ers lose 3 straight. What's going on with them going into the bye week? Cowboys another blowout win.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
And like I said, I'm not going to tell you what's going on, but make sure you're here for the last segment. It's going to be entertaining. And then anything else? It's Monday. Money making Mondays. And to some of us, morning Mondays. So let's turn it up for those that are having a great day today. Up.
Wait, Mac Jones to the Vikings?
No, he just asking
I
questions.
know. I know.
But make sure you like this on we're live on 3 platforms right now. Facebook, who was giving us some issues last week, but we're live on Facebook now, live on YouTube as well, and Twitter, or you can say X, same thing though. So make sure if you're on Twitter, you like this, retweet it, repost it, so someone else can watch it. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, or become a member. When you watch the commercial today, it'll show you how to become a member and what everything is. If you're on Facebook, like, share it. Get some people to come in and watch it. Thanks for everybody that's already here. We got Tyrone, Jovan, Jamo, and Kevo. So other than that, enjoy the show. Tomo, do your thing.
Look, man, I don't know if y'all tune into. I mean, we have so many shows on the network, because what a difference a year makes, right, fellas? Like, we coming up on our anniversary. We have so many shows on the network. We have the Doghouse. We got the Joe Jordan Show, FFC, BWT, CTC. Some people want their team to have CTE, but if you see what I mean here, where I'm going, it's the second time around that this happened. I said it on a Sunday preview show. That's another show for the network. I said Joe got on there, was talking about second time, and it just showed up that way, man. We got to talk about it. The Commanders and Eagles, right? They played 2 games. Let me tell you something. This is funny. It's like Groundhog's Day because the first game was 34-31. So you like, man, ain't no way the Commanders putting up all these points. But then you look at it on Sunday, you like, I seen what the Eagles defense can do. Commanders 43 times getting sacked, no points. But can they O-line hold up? Then they lose again, 38-31. Victoria sweep for the Eagles. They've been turned up all day in the chats. Pay your money, become a member so you can join one of these chats so you can understand what dog paddling really means. I see you had your mask on. It is Halloween. Good thing you ain't had no dog mask on because you know what they do up there in Philly. But for my Commanders, man, Joe. No, for your Commanders. Woo, somebody gonna clip me up.
Wow.
Hey, I got some family in the Army. Salute you. I salute you. Joe, tell us how you feeling, man.
All right. First, respond to this comment right here. No Redskin jersey. Commanders. Asterisk Commanders. Only after the dub. We only wear jersey after the win. So I had to give my man Fox some love. But look, so let me start by doing this. Kevo. There you go.
You ripped up a page out of the book.
Page out of the book is ripped, bro. Wow. No way you win the division.
Emotional damage.
All right, that's out the picture. All right, so there you go. All right, so look. Now the game, good game, very entertaining, back and forth. It's like the first time we came around and played them. All right. So now, is the season over? No, it's not over. I mean, wild cards are still available. There are 3 wild cards. We know how they extended it a few years ago in the 7 seed playoff. So yeah, it's still in the ring. We still want to make the playoffs. Now the division winning. Now most people didn't have us win the division. Obviously, I did. You might call it foolishness, but if you told me this, if you told me the Commanders will be out the loop of winning the division because their defense let them down at the offense, you might be like, nah, Joe, it's gonna be the offense, bro. Y'all defense is gonna be good, but the offense ain't gonna show up. That's what's upsetting about this whole situation is that the defense hasn't been good all year. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. I mean, AJ Brown 2 games killed the secondary. The front floor, they got pressured. Jalen Hurts extended plays. AJ Brown killed us in the secondary. One guy I've been praising about all offseason, Benjamin St. Juice, killed by AJ Brown. We kept saying, man, your boy's getting scorched. Okay, we're going to throw St. Juice on there. Killed by AJ Brown. So I got to get the Eagles their props, all right? But leaving that game, I was upset about the reason. I was upset about the refs, obviously, but I can't get upset because the Eagles are the big dog. They're going to get the whistle at the end of the day. I mean, I remember I was getting upset about the Kings last year, about the Kings being an up-and-coming team last year, and they're not going to get the whistle. I remember I saw the graphic where the Kings were they get the second least amount of calls of anybody in the NBA, right? Even though they were the number 1 offense, all this stuff. No respect. So the Eagles don't get the benefit of the doubt. I know people complaining about the Chiefs getting calls in the chat, all that stuff. The Eagles don't get some calls too. They vote Super Bowl, runner-ups. Because I thought that was ridiculous. All right. I just got to bring it up that Devontae Smith, once again, he got a history of this, refs. All right. Didn't catch it on the 4th down play, and then Jahan Dotson actually catches it, and they call it an incomplete pass. So, but that's not why we lost. The reason why we lost, I should have grabbed it. It was sad to say, my man Terry McLaurin, scary Terry, man. Even though Jahan Dotson caught the ball, the drive before that, Terry McLaurin dropped 2 crucial passes. One on 3rd down, hit him right in his arms, felt it, drop. Then I'm like, you know what? He's going to make it up. 4th down, you're taught as a young QB, go to your safety net. Terry McLaurin is our safety net. He finds Terry McLaurin open, throws it again. Terry McLaurin, he got a guy for it.
We'll get him next time.
Hits his arms, drop again. So Terry McLaurin is disappointing me in those moments. I'm pretty sure he's disappointed because he's our leader. He's our heart and soul. He's the guy that normally bails us out on these situations. So he didn't show up in those moments right there. When A.J. Brown showed up every time Jalen Hurts asked him to. On the key 3rd down, Jalen Hurts rolls out to the right and hits A.J. Brown for a key 1st down. He hits A.J. Brown with a one-handed catch. Terry McLaurin did score. He did have a good game. So did Jahan Dotson. But those were the 2 key plays right there that killed us. And obviously, the offensive line did a great job all game. And Andrew Wiley gets beat on a critical 4th down. Sam Howell didn't even have a chance right there. So shout out to Hassan Reddick for that. So I'm not going to blame nobody. I'm not going to blame no refs. I'm not going to blame the Commanders. At the end of the day, still had a chance to win that game. But there's something bright about that game. Sam Howell looked great, man. Now, he did throw that pivotal interception. He did. That was a bad pass, all right? But Sam Howell, 39 for 52, 397 yards, 4 TDs, 114 QB rating against the defense that shut down the Dolphins. So, he looked good. But last thing I want to say is this, y'all. Jalen Hurts, I'm going to give you props, all right? You're on track. I'm not going to give you nothing now because we're only halfway through the season, but you came out last year, you won All-Pro. You led your teams to the Super Bowl. You balled out in the Super Bowl. And the question mark last year was, can he lead his team, which he did. The question mark this year is, can he do more with his arm, and can he do it 2 times in a row? And so far, y'all, he's showing us that he can do it with his arm. This is the 2nd time we played Jalen Hurts this year, and they beat us because of Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, obviously, right? But Jalen Hurts made plays with his arm. Not the tush push hasn't really been a factor against us. Let me just say that. Out of all teams they played, we do a good job on the tush push. But they actually been driving the ball, all right? Driving the ball by his arm, using his arm. Swift ain't doing jack against us. You know, Swift is a front runner, bro. He waiting until they about to win the game to start celebrating. Oh, yelling to the fan. Like, bro, you been quiet all day. Where were you? I didn't know you was quiet, bro.
Get out of here.
But Jalen Hurts gets my respect, but people call me a hater. I was the same way with Joe Burrow after that Super Bowl run. I was like, you got to show me again. And he showed me in the playoffs against another top-tier quarterback, and I gave him his flowers. Jalen Hurts, I'm giving you flowers now, but I'm still got to see the rest of the season go because we only have – I remember halfway through the season day, you remember, I was making 2 of the MVP. And what happened? He ran to the 49ers and went down here from there. So I just got to see Jalen Hurts continue to do that, but I want to give him his flowers. AJ is a dog. He's been killing, man. He's on this run right now. So Eagles, great job, good job. But Commanders, man, you got to get rid of Ron Rivera and move on with Eric Bieniemy for the rest of the season. We have to. All right? So that's all I got for y'all right now.
You sure? Thought you had one more thing.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, you know I gave you everything I had.
Ooh, take it away, Dave. That's like that first half.
So good. Joe talked about the game. That's more than enough what needs to be said about what happened yesterday. I unfortunately was unable to watch the game, so I'm going to just go from what Joe said. I'm just going to talk about the aspect of what happens now for the Commanders. And that was the first thing that was on my mind. So as I reported earlier, when the show started that the Commanders are not going to trade Cam Curl, who was a 2027 round pick.
Who had got it
And
on lock yesterday. My bad. Go ahead.
he played great. He's been playing great all season. He played great last year as well, coming up as one of the best safeties in the league, definitely in the NFC for sure. He's going to get an extension. But his name is not necessarily one of the names that's been rumored to be getting traded. We have Montez Sweat and Chase Young that has been rumored to be possibly on the trade block.
Donations.
Kobe.
My thing is I want to know exactly what is expected to be traded for these two players. As you all know, Chase Young is a former first-round pick out of Ohio State. He is one of 3 defensive linemen to be a first-round pick out of that school. That's also the Bosa brothers that also came out of that school as well. We both know how both of them are. I believe Chase Young is just as good. He just needs to be healthy. So let's see what happens with these two guys. Montez Sweat as well, one of the best defensive linemen in the league, and we all know that this defensive line has been good. You know, with Montez Sweat, Chase Young, Allen as well, and Payne. That's 4 really good guys. Most of the teams in the NFC or in the NFL that have great defenses has a monster defensive line. If you look at the Eagles, their defensive line is, we know what that defensive line can do. The 49ers, really good defensive line. What else? Commanders, good defensive line. Cowboys have a good defensive line as well. Whether people want to believe it or not, it's actually a pretty good defensive line. Even the Ravens, really good defensive line. Steelers have a good defensive line as well. So Browns. So these defenses pride themselves on having a really good front seven. So and we know that in these 2 games against the Eagles, this defense has not necessarily showed up. They've allowed over 30 points both times. So that's something that needs to be fixed. If you guys have watched the very last doghouse that I had, Eric Bieniemy was in there. And what happened right after that? He responded. The offense responded to put up 31 points again against one of the top defenses in the league. Yes, it's a divisional game. I understand that, but this is still a great defense. And to be able to put up 31 points on that team is impressive, to do it twice. So I'm interested in to see exactly what's going to happen. The trade deadline is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I will be at work, but I will be updating as much as I know. And as much available as I am, there's the trade deadline, so I know it's going to be busy tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. If you are not a member right now and you want to get the news before it comes out on Bleacher Report or ESPN, I would say become a member now and get into the NFL chat.
Exactly. I got your back, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Don't put no Eagle in the doghouse this week. Wait till next week.
Oh, okay, Tom.
No. What? Hold on, no. And I'm asking you for a reason, because what you just said was that you put EB in the doghouse. They came out next week and they balled out. Jalen Hurts was also in the doghouse before they played the Dolphins.
I know. Just tune in Wednesday. Tune in Wednesday. That's all I can say. Tune in Wednesday.
Look, man, I don't want to play it again. I'm gonna just say all I ask that you don't do it this week. All right, 2 weeks back to back. We're not about to have that. But for me, it was more so. I like where you went with that, Dave, because it is like, what's next for the Commanders? Because we always come on here. We had the segment last week where we was like, is it time for Riverboat to go? And this was the game. Everyone said it was like, if he come out here and he loses this game, it's time for you to make some changes in that front office. And yeah, EB showed up. Like Sam Howell, what? How many times did he get sacked yesterday?
Once.
How many interceptions did he throw? One. Look at the games that he's played. He's been sacked about average maybe 5 or 6 sacks a game.
Yesterday broke the streak of 8 straight games of at least 3 or 4 sacks.
Look at that. And he threw for almost 400 yards on a secondary who went and got another 2-time all-pro safety. So look at that. I mean, and look at the weapons compared to what they have. Like Big Play Slay was out there. You had Bradbury out there. Blankenship, he got the 1 interception. That was, I think that was kind of like the game sealing one, but he got one. There were also plays to be made on the offensive side as well. One thing I will say about the Eagles in this game is they know they can't sleep on the Commanders no more. This is 4 games in a row where it was like, all right, we have to fight tooth and nail to come out here and beat this team. Like this. Now, when y'all played them the first, the first
First
year,
time we got
they got
sacked
smoked.
like 20 times.
Nah, y'all right. They
Like
just
9 times. I thought it was 50 cents.
Y'all did y'all thing. But 3 games in a row with it, it's like, all right, let's wake up and it's time to play. And I really think it was because of that first game that y'all played that now it's more serious. Like y'all took the Eagles as like, nah, it's not the Cowboys that we waiting for. We want to beat the Eagles too. We want to beat both of y'all. Since y'all think y'all the talk of the NFC East, we want to beat both of y'all. And granted, you got both of us last year, but that's neither here nor there. So for me, I want to see how tomorrow works out for the Commanders. Hopefully Chase Young is still here because he definitely came back off of that ACL and he is making plays.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But
yeah, I think Sweat is gone, but I think Chase stayed up.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. It depends on where you go, though. That's
now we ain't gonna be dumb. All right, you gonna send us somewhere?
Hey, look, man.
It's new ownership. You never know.
They ain't got no ties. They ain't got no ties.
Ain't no ties being smart. Come on, Magic. You know, you don't trade nobody you don't trade nobody in the same division, Magic. You play in the NBA.
But you know, the owner is, you know, the Philly owner. So
nah, bro.
You know what? I don't think they're gonna do that. I'm glad you said that. I don't think they're gonna do that because Howie ain't got no connections with that front office.
Oh no, blackmail. That's what it's about, John.
Yeah, because Magic gonna tell you I ain't gonna be there. He might pull River one of those. He like, River, what you doing on Tuesday? It don't matter what he doing. He ain't gonna be here. But we gotta talk about another team, man. We gotta go to the Bay.
Woo.
I was cleaning up on Sunday, man. You know, when you wake up on Sunday morning or Saturday mornings, I don't know.
Hold on.
What?
Why that title?
Wait, man, hold on. Hear me out.
I didn't even see it. Go ahead.
You know, when you a kid, you know, if you live with your grandmother or your mother, you know, they play the oldies when they cleaning the house up. All right. And my grandmother used to always say, man, they was like, man, beauty's only skin deep. So if you bring one of them purdy girls up in here, and she thinks she purdy, but her attitude is funky, she got to go back out that front door. Now she can come in here and give you 3 weeks of satisfaction, but when that relationship get rough, what we gonna do?
Dang.
49ers. What we doing, man? Purdy, man. It's a little shaky. Come on, Dave.
Like the wordplay.
That's why Dave was like, what you doing? I said, you just hear me out, player. Just hear me out.
I knew this was, for some reason, I knew something like this was going to happen. Now, before we lost 2 straight, this was a game that I had on the schedule that we would lose.
Okay.
Now, last week I put the defense in the doghouse, and before that I put Brock Purdy in the doghouse. Yesterday, I'm not necessarily going to put it on the defense. The reason why I won't put it on the defense is because Brock Purdy put that defense in bad position. Brock Purdy should have thrown 4 interceptions yesterday, but he only threw 2. And he also had a forced fumble. Now, I want to give some context clues on, you know, how he was feeling yesterday, because I think we found out on Wednesday last week.
Wednesday? Oh, go ahead.
Tuesday on Wednesday that he got concussed, that he had a concussion from the game from Monday night. And 6 days later, he happened to go up and play on Sunday at 4:00 in Santa Clara. He said that he was feeling good. So I don't want this to be the same situation it was for Tua last year. Although when he did get sacked at the end of the game, he did bounce his head on the ground, and he pretty much you could tell that he was a little bit dazed when he got back up. But this show,
go ahead.
caught me off guard a little bit. But this show, that game is pretty much what I have said about Purdy before the season started. Saying that he showed some ability to be really good in this offense last season. However, I want to see what actually he does this season, because they chose him to be the quarterback of the future. They traded away a guy that they traded three first round picks for to be the future because of something that happened with Jimmy. Of course, Jimmy Garoppolo in the Super Bowl overthrew Emmanuel Sanders for what should have been the game-winning touchdown and the 6th Super Bowl title for San Francisco. But we all see that did not happen. Tomo, sorry, that was because you because of the title you put it against San Francisco, so they had to boot you out.
I understand. That's why I got the sunset in the background.
So good, but I'm very interested to see what actually happens because right now we're in the market for a cornerback or a pass rusher. I don't think pass rushing is the issue, honestly. We're getting pressures, we're just not getting to the quarterback. So I don't think pass rushing is necessarily the issue, but pass, defending is the issue. Last 2 games, we've allowed quarterbacks to have a field day. Kirk Cousins had his best game of the season against this defense. Joe Burrow, top 5 quarterback, elite, went to the Super Bowl. We all know how good he is. He also had a field game. He had his career high passes completed yesterday in 19. He completed 19 straight passes yesterday. He also threw three touchdowns, no picks. So he didn't turn the ball over yesterday. Now the defense did force a turnover when they were driving the ball. They forced a fumble that we recovered. So they did whatever they could to stop them from scoring at least twice. Stop them from scoring at the end of the first half, and then stop them from scoring. Yes, we're still top 5. I saw that. Yes, we're still top 5. And Charvarius Ward has been getting endless penalties, so he's not able to do as well. And I don't like the scheme that we're running. We're not running a scheme that best fits our cornerbacks that we have at this moment. Charvarius Ward last year was really good in man coverage. What we're running now is not man coverage, it's zone. That's not what's good for him. He's going to get burnt every single time. So we need to do whatever needs to happen to allow this defense to improve. We need to go get a cornerback. There are reports that we are interested in Jalen Johnson, cornerback that's in Chicago. It's not just us, but the Bills and the Cowboys are also interested in this player. So it's pretty much a 3-way bid to see who's going to be able to get him. John, I believe in you, but I'm not going to predict anything. So do whatever you need to do to make this happen. And Brock Purdy, you are not out the doghouse. Not now. Not until you win and actually win a game that's close. You can win games that when you score 30, when everything is working well for you. You got to be able to prove to me that you can win a game when everything is not working well for you.
Sound like another running narrative in the chats with another quarterback. Like, funny how quarterback, you find out more about your quarterback when. And I know somebody backstage gonna like that. But 3-game losing streak, man. 3-game losing streak. Man, it was just like 3 weeks ago. Y'all just put a whooping on the Cowboys. I can't talk too much trash because if we showed up tomorrow, y'all will probably do the same thing again. It's just something with the Cowboys and the 49ers. But
I don't know. I honestly don't know right now.
But with Debo's not that really shouldn't be that much of a factor to the point where your offense isn't the same. Like McCaffrey's still there. Yeah. The O-line is trying to find its way, but I think yesterday had a little bit to do with the concussions, but we kind of seen this prior to the concussions with Purdy and the offense being real shaky. So for me, this game says more about the Bengals than it does about the actual 49ers, because we were questioning if this team was actually going to make the playoffs. We were questioning if Burrow was still healthy or not. We were questioning if Jamar Chase is really always open. And they showed up yesterday and was like, yeah. And we already knew questions about the 49ers secondary. It was like, if you can get past the front 7, you can probably try to pick on that secondary. And
Mhm.
most teams have been doing that since. Like, I guess they was like, oh, if Kirk can do it, I know we can. And that's pretty much what happened. So for me, it's just most of the Bengals were better than y'all that day. That's all. Joe?
Yeah, Chase had 10 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown.
Hey, you threw me off. You threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting something else, and you went a different route. I gotta disagree with you, Dave. I'm putting on your defense, not on Brock Purdy. I gotta put on your defense. You just said y'all top 5. Brock Purdy ain't top 5. Brock Purdy had more rushing yards than Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey had 54 rushing yards. Brock Purdy had 57. I know Joe Burrow was 28 from 32, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. What set the tone for the whole game was the first drive. And y'all almost sacked him on that third down. And he broke like 2 tackles and got a first down. I was like, oh my gosh, this dude is healthy. I felt like when the Bengals had the ball, even though y'all stopped them from scoring, they were driving down the field almost every time. Now, the second half, I think the first drive, y'all did good. The first 2 drives. But outside of that, they were just moving the ball down. They had all the momentum. And Brock Purdy was actually making plays, scoring out the pocket. He found out you going to the right side of the field for a bomb. Scoring out the pocket, found Kittle on the other side of the field. Scoring out the pocket, getting first downs. He had 57 rushing yards. So Brock Purdy did more than what I usually see. We usually see Brock Purdy with the script, and he delivers the script. This time he went all script a whole lot and made things work, made things happen. Now, granted, he threw 2 interceptions. The first one, it was a great play by the defense, man. You gotta give him credit for that. I mean, it looked stupid because it was right in his face, but that was a good play. I mean, he caught it with one hand and caught it a lineman. Like, come on now, you know. And then the second one was just dumb. But I can't put more blame on Purdy. Now Purdy could have been better, but the defense was horrific. Like, I couldn't recognize y'all. Like, y'all look like us against Philly. Like, just driving down the field all day, So, and I'm like, dang, this is the same part of defense I know. Now I was literally asking myself, is anybody hurt? Like, is anybody hurt? So I'm not sure if anybody on the injury report, but I got to put that game more on the defense than Brock Purdy. But I'm with Tomo also. This says more about Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Because they back, baby. They about to hit that win streak.
Cool.
The Bengals. That mid-season win streak they always hit.
Hey, man, the AFC North, man, they say they're the best division in football.
I think they are, though. I can give it to them. They are.
I'm saying they about to wake a sleeping giant now because all y'all need to start winning. Their division look like our fantasy league where everybody got the same record. I think everybody like 5-3, or you like 1 game away from being number 1. You better make sure you show up every week in that league. That's all I'm saying.
Also, Dave, real quick, at the end of the game, Joe Mixon's last touchdown, Nick Bosa kind of disappointed me, man. 2 times, I had a clip. One time, like both times he bounced outside, and the first time Nick Bosa, he was on the edge, obviously, and Joe Mixon bounced out left, and Nick Bosa missed the tackle and just laid there. Like, he just looked like, ah. And then when he scored, same thing. Nick Bosa missed the tackle, and then Joe Mixon scored. And then Bosa looking like, what's going on? There was 2 plays. I was like, dang, Nick. Like, so I got to put that more on the defense.
We're going to see, man. You know, I told somebody, hey, for that person that commented on that IG reel, when I said about the 49ers, I said, yeah, they beat the Cowboys, but we don't know. It's more season to go. And he's like, you sure about that? It's football, man. You don't know what's going to happen. It was week 5. Look what's going on here.
Yeah, you see, I didn't comment about that. And Kev, to your comment, we're still top 5 in points allowed and still top 5 in rush yards allowed. Like I said, top 5 defense.
Top 5. Speaking of top 5s, you good or you good? Like, which good is it? Because when you think of the Dallas Cowboys, you like, are they good or are they good? Because when they go up against primetime teams, you be like, they good. Then when they go up against teams that's like sub 500, they be good. Like, well, we gonna show off. We gonna put up 40. Cowboys beat the LA Rams 43-20. That's good for some people. For the Cowboys, that's good. For me, that's all right. Because I told y'all, when they played the Chargers. After they lost to the 49ers, I told y'all my bar is here now. I need to see y'all do this against primetime elite teams no more. I'm tired of y'all beating up on teams that you're supposed to beat up on. Granted, that's what you're supposed to do. But I need you to beat up on the teams that people think you can't beat up on. So when you do that, then I'm gonna say you good. But the question really is, what do you rank the Cowboys amongst the NFC? They're still top three. They're still top three. Still, because the Lions lost, the Eagles lost, the 49ers lost, the Cowboys lost. All of these teams, again, have lost to teams they weren't supposed to lose to. Granted, some may have lost them more than one, but they all have one blemish on their record. It's happened. So they still top three. Do I think the Cowboys can beat the Seahawks? Might get a little, because they creeping up in that top 5 realm now with that trade they got. But then do I think can the Cowboys beat the Seahawks? Yes. Can the Cowboys beat the Lions? Yes. Is it going to be blowout fashions? No. But there'll be tough games. Can the Cowboys beat the Eagles? Yes. Can the Cowboys beat the 40? We'll figure that out at some point. We'll figure that out. But they have a dogfight with all of those teams in the top 5. So to me, I say they top 3. Think about it like this. Yesterday, the Cowboys dominated in all 3 facets of the game. Now, if you talk about another team that dominates in all 3 facets of the game, you'd be like, man, that's a complete team. But when you talk about the Cowboys doing it, they're like, man, their defense had to score points for them. Oh, they had to get special team points. Man, their offense is just holding them back. Dak threw 4 touchdowns. That's not like an offense holding somebody back. I seen Sam Howell put up 4 touchdowns on another team too. That kept them in the game. I seen Hurts put up 4 TDs one day. That kept them in the game. So if your defense can create turnovers and your special teams can also score as well and create turnovers, that sounds like a complete team. So stop trying to shun one team because they can make up where everybody else lacks. Meanwhile, if somebody else do it, you want to create an excuse for it. Like, don't do that. Dallas needs to go beat the 49ers for me to say they are number 2. But for me, they top 3 right now. Joe?
I got y'all in the Lions like this. Y'all in the Lions. I'm going to say the Lions right now because the Lions have beaten the top 5 team in the Chiefs. They have beaten one. We haven't seen the Cowboys do that yet. The true test for y'all is this weekend. This will be the first time we're going to see Dak against Hurts when Hurts got his superpowers. You know, Dak saw Hurts when he was when he was young Goku with the tail. You feel me? He was Goku with the tail still. You feel me? Like,
You call him Goku?
I mean, he ain't go up yet. You feel me? No, I ain't saying Goku. That's the first knowledge I thought about. All right, but
Stop. Even young Goku with the tail was a beast. I don't know if you're gonna give him that credit right now.
He ain't being Kid Buu though. Kid Buu gonna be slapping that man around. A little Kid Goku, but Kid Buu was like that day. You know, they had to put the whole.
I know.
Or sales, Cell had to put a whole community in my man. But anyway, but so we finally get to see Dak and the Cowboys winning. Like, both of y'all are on stride right now. Right? Both of y'all are winning on a 2-game win streak. Eagles on a 2-game win streak. And both of y'all coming off of impressive wins. Y'all on a blowout fashion, and the Eagles in the close game, Jalen Hurts winning with his arm. Right. So this is going to be the true test for both of y'all, for real. Both of y'all. All right. I know we said Miami is a good test for them, but one thing about Tua, he can extend plays. Not trying to take nothing away from Philly, but they did a good job against Miami, like a scripted offense. Dak, I'm not saying Dak is great enough like that, but this is a division rival at the top of the division. Yeah, we still haven't seen it yet. So y'all beat Philly, then I'll put y'all above the Lions. But right now, I got y'all 4th and the Lions 3rd. And you gotta put Philly 1st and the 49ers 2nd because how the 49ers been acting lately. Even though they ain't got Debo, Philly got their full weaponry far as like they top guys on the offensive end. But they are hurt defensively and still making it work. So I got Philly number 1.
Yeah, I pretty much have it the same way. Although I think I'm still going to put the Cowboys 3rd right now. As far as how everything goes, because they have taken care of business. But if you look at both teams, Lions have lost 2 games as well. They lost to the Seahawks, and then they got blown out by the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you look at the Cowboys, they lost to the Cardinals, got blown out by the 49ers. So they both have losses to where it's like, are they really for real? Now, yes, you are right. The Lions did have a win against the top 5 team, but that top 5 team was missing their best weapon. Travis Kelce was not in that game, and I believe he makes a difference.
Jalen Ramsey make a difference? My
Hmm?
bad. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Jalen Ramsey is a difference. Continue.
X-Men.
No, he is. He is. I'm not saying that that's not the case, but I'm just speaking about between the Lions and the Cowboys. Now, as far as them being good or good, I mean that's not nothing new to me, so I'm not worried about that comment. That's I've said that myself, so that doesn't faze me. But yeah, as far as them being good or good, I'll say they're good. Like I said, it's still yet to be proven if they're one of the teams that are in position to win a Super Bowl, because we hear this every year with the Cowboys that they have a Super Bowl ready roster. They have everything that needs to happen. They have a defense now. Well, it's the media, of course.
Yeah. No.
Who, the Cowboys? They do got Super Bowl roster
every year.
Well, the last like 3 years y'all had.
Noah Brown.
Yeah,
that's one receiver. You still had
all we
CD.
had was one.
Michael Gallup was their defense though.
Exactly.
They got Lawrence Taylor on your team. That's a media game, my bad.
That's Lawrence Taylor from any given Sunday.
I'm just saying.
Let me stop.
I'm just saying what we know. We've heard at least the last 3 seasons. Like
Joe said. You're right.
We've heard that y'all have a Super Bowl ready roster.
Yeah.
So
come on.
According to that, then there are things that where the Cowboys have to prove that they can beat these teams. Now, last year there was a lot of hype that the Cowboys have actually shown up when they went and beat Tampa Bay when they blew them out in the playoff game. But I was like, no. I said this before the week happened. I said, look, y'all gonna blow the Tampa Bay out. Tampa Bay is not a good team. They got in because they're in a bad division. Other than that, they don't really deserve to be there. And Cowboys went and did what they're supposed to do. The next week, went and played a team that was ready to make the Super Bowl, team that had a top 5 defense and a top 5 offense at that time, and the Cowboys couldn't win. So this Sunday will be a glimpse of what they can do with that, because they have to go and play the Eagles, who are coming off a high. They have the best record in the NFL, 7-1. Just they are 3-0 in the division right now, from what I remember. Or no, 2. Was it 2-0? Did they play the Giants yet?
2-0.
Okay, so they 2-0 in the division right now. 2-0 in the division right now. Like I said, best record in the NFL right now. Jalen Hurts has had his best game all season so far. AJ Brown has been shining the last 6 weeks of the NFL. So it looks like the Eagles should be primed to be in the NFC Championship game again. So if the Cowboys can beat the Eagles, then there's going to be question about the Eagles. Like, are the Eagles really the best team in the NFC?
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know what they're going to say, Dave. Cowboys didn't really play nobody. Jalen Hurts' knee was hurt. Let me stop. This ain't my episode. But so I'm just letting y'all know what's going to be out there.
There's still time to be said for about that, and it's really the same thing about the Lions as well. We want to see the Lions really beat one of those teams that's fully healthy as well, because if you look at it, the Eagles are now fully healthy on offense. They should be fully healthy on defense as well. I think everybody should be there next this Sunday coming up. So we'll see exactly what happens.
They still gonna be some players on defense though.
Who?
The safety position. I don't think all they say. No, I think all they third corner is out.
Byard is going to be there.
Yeah, that's a safety. I'm on cornerback. But their main guys will be there though.
Their main guys will be there.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
Bradbury, Blankenship, and Byard. You're right.
Main guys
and they line. Yeah, they full line gonna be there.
Main guys are gonna be there. Look, two of my main guys have been out.
I mean, what excuses you got for that?
Two of my main guys have been out, and I haven't yet to use that as an excuse.
Trayvon out for the year. That's their best.
Hey, Trayvon, Van Der Esch, but hey, we still
Van
make it.
Van Ash too.
But
Hey,
Look,
Debo,
for
Trent
those-
Williams haven't not been in the last two
I
games,
didn't
and
even
I
know
don't say
Van
anything about it.
He was
Okay.
hurt.
yeah, man, we all
Yeah,
you know, man. Look, man. I know Cowboy fans hate this, man, but we like our guys. You know, makeshift team over here. We ain't got no big names like that. You know, we just out here making plays. That's it. But let's make some plays right quick. Cause look, the moment y'all been waiting for is here. We gonna go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we gonna have AJ join us and the Corius
Man,
debut.
you do not want to miss this part. This is going to be entertaining. So,
Dave, you
commercial
gotta
break.
give us.
We
You
go.
gotta tell us one time. Turn me up. You gotta give us
Turn
one.
us up.
See y'all in
Turn
just-
the show up.
see y'all in a second.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn, and
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Bond it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running. Toes, they gon' take them.
Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, we are here. Thank you, everybody who's tuned into the show so far. We finally are at the last segment where we have what was a bet. It was a bet in the chat. I'm going to let them talk about what the bet was because it involves these two guys. But we have the representative for the Philadelphia Eagles, AJ. So give him one welcome to AJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then for the first time ever, we have one of the most entertaining guys in the NFL chat make his debut on Refuse to Lose Sports after a loss, but he made his debut. Decoy is a man of his word. Welcome to the show, Decoy.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Oh, I gotta
Thank
get
you.
the real hand. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Hold up.
Can't get.
Tomo,
Nah, we ain't doing this. Oh, all right. Whew, I thought it was time. We appreciate the 199 super chat, man. Shout out to Donnell. You know,
you
say
short
it with your
changing
chest.
That's $4.99. You short changing them, man.
I said 499.
You said $1.99.
I did. Hey, run the tape back.
He was a Tyler super chat.
Hey, run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Four time. Round it up. $5 super chat from Donnell. Stay with your chest, Decoria. So of course, you know, look, this is gonna be the quickest intro I had for one of these shows ever. Look, Commanders versus Eagles. It was a bet placed, like Dave said. There was a script that was written. I said something about the writer's strike. Maybe the writer's strike may be over. I don't know how this script got written. Don't fight us.
Hold up.
He done put that. They are turned up to that. Oh my goodness.
I'll read
Shout
it.
out.
I'll read it. Shout out to Blaze with the $9.99 super chat. Shout out R2L Best Sports Network and shout out to Commanders for a good season. Nice try. Hashtag get him AJ.
Hey, Blaze. I know this ain't the chat, but I got you. You gonna stomp him out right quick. But look, man, the only people that can talk about the bet better than me is the person who placed the bet. Normally we do this on our members only where the loser goes first, but AJ, you got to tell us about the bet, man.
First off, what's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for having me back on, man. It is a pleasure to be here. One of these days, I'm going to come on after a loss, but we don't get those often, so I don't know how that's going to work out. I still got a little dust left on the dustpan. I tried to, bit the Eagles in the background. Y'all see the little dust bunnies? Still got some dust left on the dustpan. I'm going to have to really get that up out of here. They still got a chance to make the playoffs, so I got to really dump that in the trash can a little later. We'll get to that in a second. Y'all, everybody in the chat, for the people who don't know, Decorius, cool dude. He been in the chat. He a Commanders fan. I respect it because he rep his boys, and it's hard representing them Commanders. I know it is, my guy. It's tough. Look, it's tough. I know it's tough. Look, but I respect the fact that he stand behind his guys. We had a bet. Initially, it was a cash bet, but then we flipped it from a cash bet to more of like a pride bet, where it's like you got to come on the show. At first, he was saying if the Eagles lose the next 2 games and the Commanders win the next 2 games, I got to come on the show and crown him and say that he was right and I was wrong. And the Commanders are on top and the Eagles are at the bottom, and Jalen Hurts is a running back and all of that. So I said, okay. All I just he added that Jalen Hurts was a running back in at the last minute. So I said, okay, it's fine. I'll take the bet, but let's flip it. If the Eagles win, you guys basically do the same thing in reverse. So I DM'd Decorius a script to read. Whenever he's ready, he can read it. But before he does that, I'm gonna pass the torch to him. I do want to address this when it comes to my dog Jalen Hurts.
We had like some super chats coming while you was talking.
Okay, I'm about to start just posting crazy in the chat because I see like when the chat got somebody they want to go up against, they gonna pay to play. I'm about to just start posting crazy, man.
Hey, I think what the next one should be, if I can make the suggestion. I don't know if you're watching right now, but if you are, we have a first lady in the chat. I think if she's able to make the show
next week,
that will also happen as well. So if you're watching, Reese, that's what we know you as. If you're able to come on the show next week, please do so.
All right, so we got the 199 super chat from Ty.
Hold on, quick. Go ahead.
I was going to say something before we do this script or whatever. I was going to piggyback on what y'all was saying about.
Hold on. All right, I thought you want to comment quick. We're gonna read these super chats. We're gonna let y'all go. All right, go ahead, Tomo.
So shout out to Ty with the 199 super chat. You see, it's ingrained in the back of my head. The 199 from Ty. He capping. Don't be capping on this show. Hashtag Commander Trade. Oh man, let's get the next one out the way, man. We got Mark with the 499 super chat. Good to see Decorius up there. HCC always. Who we got next? Oh my god, these Eagles, man. Hey, shout out to Blaze with the 199 super chat. Shout out Chase Young, aka man. You trying to get us? You trying to run down on us, man? You know how Kwame Brown do people, man.
That's a little disrespectful there.
But you know if Kwame Brown see this, he gonna talk about refuse. Never mind, you're right. Hey, matter of fact, that's promotion. Shout out to Chase Young, aka Kwame Brown. Yeah.
Hey, all publicity is good publicity.
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
They're going at it. Hey, shout out to Donnell with the 499 super chat. Don't worry, be here next Monday because y'all gonna lose then. Hashtag we them boys. Hashtag DC4L. Hashtag shut up, AJ.
I thought they gonna say shut up, Joe. For another one. All right, go ahead.
All right, the 199 from Blaze. Hey man, we appreciative, man. Donations. Shout out to Blaze again with the 199. Hashtag silence Mark. Really worked.
It's not, bro. So look, AJ, go ahead and do your spill, and then Decorius, you do your spill, and then do the script.
I was gonna say real quick.
Some money, fellas. All these super chats we getting, we're gonna have a nice check in October.
All I was gonna say is, man, last season and this season, there's been a lot of talk about my quarterback and his turnovers and all of that stuff. All that stuff is real cool. A lot of narratives been thrown out there. A lot of stuff has been spin a certain way. We got people saying he's a running back and all of that. We got people saying we find out a lot about a quarterback when things ain't working the right way. I like that little shot you threw in there, Tomo. I appreciate you. I want to piggyback off that. We learned a lot about a quarterback after a bad loss. Last 2 games, 75% completion percentage, 300 passing yards per game, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. He got some fumbles in there. 2, maybe 3. It's all good. 123.9 passer rating. You find out a lot about a quarterback when he's trailing. by double digits. 6 straight wins for Jalen Hurts, trailing by double digits in the football game. 3 of those games against the Commanders. Actually, I think that might be 4. I don't know. 3 or 4. Maybe I have my numbers mixed up. It's more than 2, Joe, just to let you know. It's more than 2. Well, we can dive into the details later. Either way I go, that's 6 straight games. You trailing. Jalen Hurts bringing you back. I know it was a lot of talk about, can Jalen Hurts come from behind and he win with his arm? You gave him credit before. I want to add to that. You learn a lot about a quarterback when the running game is not going the way you want it to go. Last 2 games, Swift ain't been doing much. Jalen Hurts has been carrying. And last but not least, you also learn a lot about a quarterback when coming off a bad loss, you lead your team to the best record in the NFC East, in the NFC, in the NFL. So that's all I really got to say. That's really it, man. Just put some respect on my guy. That's all I ask. Now, Decoy, if you wouldn't mind, my brother, if you wouldn't mind.
Is it okay to like?
We gotta let the Corey's go, man.
I just want to say some things.
It's 2.
Let's just read these 2 real quick.
Okay.
I'm not silent. Shout out to Mark 199 Super Chat. I'm not silent still. March hashtag March Madness. And Tyrone, shout out to 199 Super Chat. Decorate better. That's what you're trying to say, right? Decorate better, decorate new squad. Wow. Let's get it. Hashtag I guarantee. All right, go ahead, of course. Do your thing.
That was a shot. That was a shot at me. But I want to say, like, as far as the trade wise, I believe it's Sweat. I don't think Chase Young is going anywhere. I believe it's Sweat only because that's not basically Rivera's guy. He didn't draft him. That was Jay Gruden. So if anybody were to go, it'd probably be Sweat. Chase Young stays. Now, it depends on how he performs the rest of the season in order to get paid. I highly doubt it. But that's my intake on that. Like I said earlier, where I'm disappointed, deflated over this team. I want Rivera gone. I want Jack Del Rio gone. Is it possible that we could still make the 7th seed, possible 6th seed? Yes. Like I said, looking at this NFC conference, nobody's really running away. Atlanta, we already got a one up on them, on them in a tiebreaker. The Vikings, they lost their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. He's out for the season. Tampa, they're not really a team that's convincing either. So it's possible that we can make the playoffs still in the later end, but I don't. Looking down our schedule up until we play, I want to say Dallas, that's when things start to get heated up at the back end. So it was these games that were very important, especially one of these Eagles games we could have won. And I already told you, everybody, this we're going to split with the Eagles, and it turned out that was a failure. It was important that we beat the Giants. It was important that we beat the Bears like we're supposed to. But mission failed. Yeah, mission failed. And now I'm afraid in the back end, especially in December, like Dallas twice. Even though we could still get one of them, maybe both. And the 49ers, I'm afraid. The Dolphins, I'm afraid. So, yeah, like I say, we're not ruled out, but it's kind of a 40% chance we'll make it to the playoffs now.
All right. Script time.
Yeah, you got that script. Yeah, go ready.
All right. Joe, and even you, Mark, okay. I want you guys to please forgive me. It's not my fault. Okay, I've been forced into this. Okay, it hurts to me to just say this. It really does.
No. This is your fault.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
Do not lie. This is your fault. We take accountability or refuse to lose sports. You're not going to come over here and tell these.
No. I'm just saying. The script I'm about to read, it hurts me to say this because it's AJ's fault, but that's why I said, forgive me, Joe, forgive me, Mark. All right.
Which AJ? AJ Brown?
You made the bet. So
I did. So
Aquarius, don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile now.
Hey, the chorus, can you read the super chat for us? Shout out to Donnell 499 super chat.
Okay, if I go to the what's name, it's going to kick me out. So I'm just going to summarize.
No. You sure? I'll read it. Script. That's all we want to hear from you, Dakota. Music.
All right. So basically, I was wrong. AJ was right. I want to like basically put an imaginary crown on his head and admit he knows what he's talking about. He's right at what he says. And Jalen Hurts, I've been saying since 2021 up until last year that he was a running back. Unfortunately, on all the other quarterbacks, I also said that was running backs. But let's talk about Jalen Hurts. He's an all-pro. He's one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL today.
Preach.
And yeah, he's that good. He is very, very good.
Let him cook.
Even with the running game, which is to me, I thought was their powerful source in their running game. We held them to 59 yards. 59. And somehow, some way, Jalen Hurts carved this defense apart.
Let him cook.
And yeah, he's one of the best best quarterbacks.
Get it right now.
In the NFL. In the NFL. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I'll say he's top 5. I'm sorry, top 5.
That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious.
Wait. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sam Howell, he is nowhere near Jalen Hurts' level. Even though he's a good quarterback, I got to admit, we found our franchise quarterback, but he's nowhere near Jalen Hurts. Nowhere near. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other thing on the script? What was the other thing?
I told you to talk about the Commanders. Remember what I said about the Commanders?
Oh, yeah. The Commanders are horrible.
Oh, my God.
They I want to say it's the 2023 Washington Commanders surprised. They surprised me. And especially the defense. How you go from number 2 last year, I think it was number 2 or number 3 last year, to number 29 in scoring allowed. I mean, 4 first round picks on that D line. And I can only get 2 sacks against Jalen Hurts, and one of them was Casey Toohill.
On one leg, by the way. On one leg. But go ahead.
On one leg, yes. Because I saw him limping. He didn't run. I think he ran only twice. So, and then I also said they had the best secondary in the NFL too, I may add. And that was also a fail. And that's highly disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I mean, I would thought that they were come on this up to week 8, probably 6-2, because I did say that we were going to lose to one of the games against the Eagles and also to the Bills. But being 3-5,
he lied.
Emotional damage.
One last thing at the end now. Don't forget.
What in the Spike Lee is going on here?
He know what I say. Hey, get it out. Come on.
Now.
Yeah.
That don't work here. I'm sorry.
It hurts. It does. It hurts. I'm highly disappointed in this team.
I need that fly Eagles fly. I need it.
Shout out to Rich.
He's going. That's how I do. I'm like, come on, don't tell me you gotta do that, bro.
He gotta say he ain't gotta do it, but he gotta say fly Eagles fly.
Shout out to Rich Otto with
Fly
the
Eagles fly.
Hold on, Dave. Go ahead.
He gotta say it again because Dave was talking about. Oh, you gotta say it again, man. Dave set you up.
Fly Eagles fly. They the best team in NFL. And like I said, Jalen Hurts, he took this team to the Super Bowl, and he will take this team to the Super Bowl again.
My man. Yes, sir.
Did you freestyle that last part?
I did.
I hope not.
No, bro, they gotta be there. They gotta be a script.
It wasn't. He actually went off script some, but
because I couldn't remember. That's why I had to be creative a little bit, to sound something similar. But yes, that's why I told Joe, and if Mark, if you're watching, that's why I said forgive me.
Go ahead, Dave.
Shout out to Rich Otto with the $5 super chat. God forgives. I don't. Stop. Just take the consequences. 3 laughing emojis. #HTTC.
I want to say one thing. First off, I want to give the Couriers credit for showing up and reading the script and honoring his bet. I appreciate you, bro. You funny. You a funny dude. I troll you a lot, but I troll you because you funny, and I respect the fact that you rep your squad. I also want to give you respect because you said both games was gonna be close and a nail biter, bro. And I didn't believe you. I thought we was gonna smoke y'all both, like roll y'all up and smoke y'all both games. But both games, y'all was right there. Y'all hung with us. Sam Howell was getting money. I give respect where it's due. I was nervous. I'm not gonna cap on this show. I was nervous halfway through the game. Like, I'm gonna have to come on this show and say my dog's a running back. I'm not like, I can't do this, bro. Come on, y'all gotta make this happen. But like I said, bro, they pulled it out. But I give the Commanders their respect. Now I'm gonna troll y'all in the chat because I'm an Eagles fan, because that's just what Eagles do. That's what fans do. We gonna troll. But on the show, respect. Well, I respect you coming here honoring your bet, bro.
Yeah,
And,
of course. I wouldn't renege. I wouldn't do that. That would be a coward's move for me to do that. So no, I'm a man of my word. I said I was going to do it, and I promised y'all I'll do it. It hurts. It hurts me to say it. Like
I'm not even a Commanders fan, and I had to hear that nonsense.
Hey, the chorus, don't worry. We'll get out there a chance.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all okay?
We'll get out there a chance, the chorus. It's okay.
Did you not see our schedule in the back end?
I see it. Yeah, what, AJ?
Pretty soon we're gonna make you open up that notebook, Joe. Don't think we forgot.
I already threw a couple of pages out.
Hey, look, and you remember when I kept doing a little writing emojis? Yeah, I'm just gonna tear my stuff up, and I'm just like, you know what, them notes is just all just gone now. So it's over.
Hey man, thanks for coming on the show, man. I definitely it's glad. I'm glad you actually were able to come on. We actually get to see some of the entertainment that we get from the NFL chat live on the show. So if you're not a member now, and you see what happened, you see the kind of bets that we make, you see the stuff that goes on. If you're not a member now, you're missing out on a lot of fun and a lot of great information.
We gotta get the chorus in when we ride high. I gotta get the chorus in here shouting about the Commanders, man.
Hey, can I say one more thing? Because I missed out. I believe Tyrone Parker said it yesterday when you said that McLaurin missed them 2 catches, and I had peeped Tyrone. It was funny too. He was like, I guess Eric Bieniemy didn't yell at that wide receiver loud enough for him to miss the catch. I had to laugh. However, one thing y'all could admit though, I was right about Eric Bieniemy missing in action for the Kansas City Chiefs on their offense though. Did you not see what the performance against Denver?
Hey, they don't look that great on offense. I will say that, bro.
They don't.
So do you admit I was right about that part at least?
I think so far you might have been right about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want y'all to know right now, Kev fingers don't move fast enough for him to respond to what you just said. Because he the one that's gonna be like, man, what you talking about? What you talking about?
I mean, I said it since August or September, really. I said it. Yeah, Kansas City gonna miss Eric Bieniemy. Y'all put backlash on me.
I'm gonna say this though, man. Much respect to you, man, for coming on here and actually reading that script. Because I promise you this: if I ever made that bet, just know I will go MIA. The only way y'all gonna get that out of me is you got to come find me, because I'm not gonna say no cry Eagles cry. I'm not. that no. As soon as I would have looked at the script, I would have said, "Excuse me."
I mean, it was similar because it hadn't we won, I had made sure AJ would have said that Jalen Hurts was a running back. I wanted that, and I was going to record that too, and just keep playing it over and over and over and over, and say, "Hey, Kevin, look at this." He said what he said. He's a running back. I told you, but unfortunately,
now you gonna be the one getting played over and over and over and over and over again.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Decorous, man. I had to come on here last year after the Eagles stole one against Cooper Rush. But boy, that Christmas Eve game was so much better.
Yeah.
Woo, that Christmas Eve was so much better. So I wish I could have got him the second time around, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for coming on, like always. AJ, you already know. All right. The Corey, appreciate you, man. We gotta see you more. Become a member.
Oh yeah. I got you.
Put that link in the bio.
Man.
But look, last words real quick for y'all hop off.
I got me personally. This is really all I gotta say. This is more so for the chat than everybody else, and kind of for everybody else, because people be on my page saying what they gonna say. I said this before, and I'll say it again. The Eagles are now in that stretch where they playing all the teams that everybody say we supposed to be afraid of. This is the time where you're gonna find out who the Philadelphia Eagles are. They beat the Dolphins, they beat the Commanders. We got the Cowboys coming up, the Bills, the Niners, all these good teams that don't even look that great right now, if we being honest.
Bills.
All I'm
Niners,
saying though is, for all the talk about the Eagles and all the trolling that y'all do, don't be crying in the chat. Don't be crying in my DMs. Don't be crying on the show when I come back with that smoke, because y'all know how I get down. I do not stop, and it's not stopping no time soon. When we lose, I'm here. Right or wrong, I'm there. I'm taking it. I might fight back, but I'm here. So when we up, we up. And right now, we up. Flag goes fly. Go! That's all I got.
All right, the chorus. Last words.
Do we have a chance to beat the Patriots next week?
Yeah. Yes.
I need y'all to, because I got a bet on that. Yeah, I need y'all to. I'm not.
If we lose to the Patriots, can we just go ahead and just get it over with 5 round and escalate?
He might be going
From I don't know if anyone has reported this, but there are reports. Well, actually, you posted it. You posted it in the chat.
Right, I did.
This days are coming to an end. I don't think they're going to wait.
Going by tomorrow, probably, man.
I don't think they're waiting.
I don't think they're going to fire him this week. I think if they lose to the Patriots, then that's it. It has to be, unless Josh Harris has got to be so generous at keeping him for the rest of the season. If they lose to the Patriots, that should be done.
He's not lasting the rest of the season. I don't think that's happening. He's not lasting the rest of the season.
I mean, unless he goes on his little runs like he usually do the last couple of years. You know, he like to go his little 3-4 game run streak, and then boom, we're back in the playoff hunt, and then he fizzles out at the end. So, I mean, it's bound to happen. Maybe it starts with the Patriots. And Seattle is no, they can be beaten too. And then we get the Giants. So we could be easily be 6-5 just like that before playing Dallas.
All right, hold on. Wait. We gotta get the last words. Dave was about to start a whole nother conversation.
I know, right?
You gotta give us your last words, and we can take it to the chat.
Oh, that's basically it. That was basically it for me.
6-5, hopefully before Thanksgiving. Got you.
Yeah.
Swiper. As I let you know, all right. For all Lakers fans, let's get it.
Hey, that was funny, bro. You got it. You got it.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
All right. That was awesome.
Thank you for stopping me, Tomo. I was definitely about to have another segment. So thank you, though.
I know you probably do another one, but I think we should just wrap it up. What y'all think? You just wrap it up, right?
I'll make it my last words.
Okay, cool. All right, because I got people peeking in here and stuff like that. So Commanders, man, you heard the chorus, man. Get rid of Ron Rivera and just move on. Get rid of him, turn the ship, maybe turn the season around. All right. Kings, Harris said Swiper MVP season. Good job beating LA on a messed up angle, by the way. All right, came back in the game, had 37 last night. I think he had 13 in the fourth. That's what he does. Mr. Clutch, once again. Mike Brown back-to-back Host of the Year award, by the way, too. Malik Monk, 11 in the fourth quarter. Appreciate you. And that's all I got to say.
My last words is, hey, Cowboy fans in the chat, we not reading no scripts. All right, I'm not gonna sit up here and listen to y'all do that. Joe, you are a strong man. I'd have clipped the connection or something that said stream. Y'all took us out. Y'all not about to get up here and say nothing about no cry Eagles cry, man. I know we got Lady Reese, man. She be holding it down with the bets, man. I do cash bets. Don't come up here talking about some Eagles is this. I promise you that. I know we gonna win, but I'm just saying I can't sit here and have that one. Because I gotta add the sound effects and everything. Like I can't do that. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, so for everyone that's tuned into the show, thank you for watching. Glad you were able to support the show. I think the most we had was like 11 watching at one time. So
hey, thanks for all the super chats too. I forgot to mention that.
Thanks for all the super chats. It's happened on multiple shows, so definitely appreciate it. Shout out to all the shows on the network: Joe Jordan Show, Dave's Doghouse, CTC, FFC, BWT, all great shows. We got some other things brewing that I think you guys are going to enjoy. So you guys and girls will enjoy. Can't forget about the ladies. So definitely want you to be in tune with that. If you have not watched the Dave's Doghouse, you want to make sure you tune in this Wednesday. It's going to be very energetic, and I got some things that I got to get off my chest. But for my last words, it's about Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins. He tore his Achilles in the game yesterday. He is out for the rest of the season. That definitely hurts the Vikings, who looked like they were on the verge of actually starting to move up and win some games. They did close out the game yesterday and win against the Packers, but the future does not look bright for this team right now for the rest of the season with their quarterback out after having a really great game Monday night before and then coming out and pretty much playing well up until injury. So there's a lot of speculation that maybe they should trade for a quarterback. Knowing that this is Kirk Cousins' last season on his contract, he's pretty much an unrestricted free agent after this year. So there's some speculation that maybe he may or may not be there next year. So hoping that something happens and he's actually able to do that, because he's played well for this team. Hasn't always worked out well for him. He doesn't have a top 5 defense, a top 10 defense, so it hasn't helped that he hasn't had that. But want to just shed the light that hopefully he gets better. And actually, it's a gruesome injury to have a torn Achilles. So it's about a 6-7 month process to be able to recover. So Kirk Cousins, whatever you can do to get better, definitely hope you get better. But Vikings, not sure what you're going to do. They're saying that you might trade for Mac Jones, possibly, maybe even someone else. I'm not sure who, but we'll see.
And I do want to say this real quick. This is for my NBA chat people. The Celtics are winning 81-51.
Hey.
And Jordan Poole has 9 points.
Hey, what
Mark
you
said
doing?
he's gonna drop 40.
Hey, in the show, what y'all doing? Why is all the command? What's going on with the Washington fans setting us up today, Joe?
All right, y'all. That's all we got for y'all
the
today.
Warriors now, Mark. Like, what's going on?
All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode.
Done, son.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.